These are good evening, YouTube. Good evening to everyone out there in first time you've said in Radio Land. No, it's not in Radio Land anymore. So good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Turn on the notification and you will catch me going live. Tonight is a topic that I explore a little bit into. A topic you can see the heading. So come let us have a discussion on it. Come let us have a discussion on it. Tonight I just want to again introduce myself. I'm Aquarian, Positivity Positive channel, and I give thanks for the persons that have subscribed to my channel and to help my channel grow. As I go from time to time, there are things that I will bring to the forefront to shed. You want to shed some more light on it? I'll shed some light on it. I'll give to the best of my knowledge. And then others that want to call in can call in and say their piece. Okay, I think my number is pinned to my channel. I'm not sure if so much persons know my number there, but my number was pinned to the channel at sometimes ago. So if it is not there, I will repeat my number, and I can only take WhatsApp call. I can't give you my straight number. It will cost you much to call. So therefore I'll give you my number, and you can only call on WhatsApp. Give me a 5. Just give me a 5 here. Okay, my telephone number is 594-2895, and it's only WhatsApp I can accept. Only WhatsApp. You cannot come through straight. Only WhatsApp. And I can't give you the straight number. It will cost your pocket. Okay, to call in. So any person want to call in and to share their thought, share what they know, and what I am going to discuss. My number is 897-2895. Sorry, not 897. 594-2895. Sorry. 594-2895. 897 is another telephone number, and that one too you can only reach me on WhatsApp. 8970523 can only reach me on WhatsApp as well. But 594-2895. You can reach me on WhatsApp with this number. Only WhatsApp. Only WhatsApp. I cannot accept a straight call. So only WhatsApp. Okay. Let's give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good, for his mercy endureth forever. Let's give thanks unto the Lord, for his mercy endureth forever. And because of his mercy and his goodness, of course we can say his mercy endureth forever. I wonder, this is too bright. I don't know. I don't know what's happening right there. They say, let's give thanks unto the Lord, for his mercy endureth. Today we want to give God thanks. We want to esteem him high because of his mercy, because of his love. While we can not meet in person, but we can meet and speak to each other via media. In Ecclesiastic, he said, the invention of men. So men invent something that instead of meeting personally, we can speak to each other via media. To everyone that have lost a loved one, lost a friend, and who is mourning today, the Lord be with you. As I said the other night, this is a mourning month for me, because this was the month when my daughter have passed away. She passed away the 13th of this month. Not this year, but this month. So whenever we stepped into this month, and it is so ironic that we have mourned the loss of her and welcome the birth of one. So we have persons that born this month celebrating their birthday. And the Bible says when one born, we should mourn. And it gave a reason why it said that. The reason is, it said, the one that is coming into the world do not know what they are coming to meet. The one that is gone out of the world is already do their part and is already gone. Then it said, mourn for the one that born. That was the reason if many persons court it and say, well, then you shouldn't have been mourning for the, it should be happiness for the one of the birth. But this is what it was saying. And if you go through it and with understanding, you will see. You do not know. Sometimes a child is born, and a child born with actually all the faculties in place. And after a few weeks or so, something went wrong. Some children born, they born with birth defect. So it said you don't know what that child is coming to meet in this world. And to be honest, when you look some of the time, some persons say it better I didn't have a child. Some say better I didn't born, and many things. So that is the reason why it said you should mourn when one born, and you rejoice when one pass, because that one pass out of the turmoil, out of the problem, worry for nothing again. No taxes to pay, no rent to pay, no loan to pay, nothing, nothing. So they are gone out of the problem. But the one that is coming in, they have everything before them, all the hurdles to skip over. So they are coming in to meet the problem. The one that is gone out of the problem. Yeah, but it's, it's hard to say you cannot rejoice, because although sometimes some persons that passed, they were always wailing with pain, no ease of the pain, no, nothing can done. And the only thing to ease them is to sleep away, right? So tonight, for those that are mourning, for those that are celebrating or looking on their loved one that have passed some times ago, and they are celebrating and mourning again, remembering the good time, the bad times, the sad time, the merry time. What does the ecclesiastic again said? A time to mourn, a time to weep, a time to joy, a time, it said there is a time and a season under the sun for everything. So a time to marry, a time to be glad, a time to mourn, a time to sad, a time for everything under the sun. So with that said, we have to just accept it when it comes. What you cannot cure, you will have to endure. So there are some things we can't cure, so we have to endure it. Okay? For those that are having birthday, let your birthday be one of meaning. Even if you're partying, let it have some substance to it. And ask God of heaven to give you long life with health. Let health be your priority in it. Because you can have a birthday, and some went to a birthday party, some do so many things and have never lived to see another birthday. Sometimes in careless behavior, you know, birthday is gone. So spend your birthday wisely and meaningfully. Have have a goal, have something set. Although you can go to the middle and you have a change, but focus. In all, focus, because there are so many things around us. So many things are happening. So many things are happening. It is unbelievable of the things that are happening around us, the things that are happening to our people, the young people, and not only the young, the old people, the middle age, everyone is in it. So we can only ask God for His protection, for His guidance, and for His love. Okay, You've seen my topic. And let me put my disclaimer out there, lest you may misunderstand what I am all about. Now, I have started a course in holistic natural science. I did not finish the course. I may take it up again and completed it. So what I'm going to be speaking on, I am only going to speak from my knowledge that I have. So I am not telling you I am a holistic doctor, nurse, surgeon, none of the above. But I will be speaking on things that I have knowledge, prior knowledge to. I started the holistic course. It is, and this school is called Holistic Course School of Natural Health Science. And I was doing this course. But I did not complete the course. And I may not even give you much that comes out of that course. Okay? But I am going to be speaking as on a layman term. Right? There was this song, you heard it. Maybe the younger person never heard of it. But if you ask the older person, some have heard it, yeah. But they, you know, some person will pay attention to some of the things then. But these are some of the things that usually said in those times. There was a song that said, Elena ni muma go up, Elena ani muma go up bush. Elena start ball for her belly. Elena mother said, I'm trying to get the words properly. But in all it said, go home, Elena, go home. Go boil sorosy for your belly. Elena and him mama go a bush. Elena got ball for your belly. Go home, Elena, go home, Elena. Go boil sorosy for your belly. Okay. But people such as my mother, grandparent, great grandpeople, lead up to now, there are still some of those people who depended upon the natural herb, natural healing. And even the scripture told him that the herb of the earth is for the healing of the nation. It said, lack of knowledge, things happen. Because we lack knowledge, we lack wisdom. So therefore, lack of knowledge, the people perished. Each and every bush that you see grow on the earth, whether in your country, other countries, because there are some bush that grow elsewhere that we will never see it in our country. Maybe because of the climate, the soil, or something about that, but you will not see it there. Again, some of the things that we know, that we came and the name for it, it's not, you said it to somebody else, that's not the name it is being known for. Okay, so many of the times we misunderstand some of the things then. And again, there are so many things now happening that we rather to go elsewhere than. But again, you may not know how much to consume. You may not know the bush. Because, for instance, cirrhosis. Every person knows cirrhosis, almost, I should say, in my country, in my birth country. Every person, every little boy and girl knows cirrhosis. Because sometime or the other, their parents boil cirrhosis for them. Everyone almost know mint. They may not know the difference of the mint, but they know mint. So you will have the color mint, you have the fur mint, which is that one you call the peppermint. That's the same one we call the black mint, and you have the fine leaf mint. The the um the black mint, if you should have indigestion and you use it immediately. Immediately. How much person even knew that? Then we call it colic. So you have the name if you have colic. You eat too much or you yam too much and you get colic. You can boil, whether it is called the formint or it same one is the peppermint. You have the colon mint, which is a round leaf one. Smell very nice. The tea of it is awesome. And then you have the fine leaf mint. And all three of them taste different. Okay? So I am speaking about plants, bush. Bush. That can use and have used to cure things. I actually go on Moringa, and Moringa is from the Gambia in Africa. You have the name that was brought to our country from the Gambia in Africa as well. And you have Noni. In the Gambia, Noni is known as the doctor bush. The doctor. We call it, people give it name Noni, give it name Doppy Sawasap or Doppy coming. I don't know. But people give things name that is not even in existence, right? It is a capital from the leaf to the bar, the flower and the juice. Very capital. Very good. I speak about the Moringa, and the Moringa, another one is very good. Again, you have to know how and how much you consume. Now, that is going to hurt you, but what if your body already has certain amount of the thing that it gives? You will be actually overloading your body with it. And I will stop with Miss Moringa here. It is a organic. It's natural. It have no taste. It bears some pod like bean pod very long. Especially Chinese, they cook that and eat. People do it, but Chinese more than ever eat that part of the moringa more than anybody else. The leaves, how I do it, I did a picture and put up. I don't even know if it is posted properly. When I was leaving home, I always walk with my bush. Yeah. I wash it and dry it in a cool place, not in the sun, because it's easy to shed leaves. So I wash it properly, cool dry, and then what I do, I powder it. And until now, I still have hair. I was going to Canada to look for my daughter, and I did the same thing. Yeah, because they, well, they know the value. They knew the value of it, right? They know the value. So therefore, I walk with it. Benefit from moringa. It is known, this is a bush that it's not bitter, it's not, call it tasteless. Call it tasteless. So if you even make tea with it, don't add any sugar and taste it. It's not bitter, it's not sweet, it's not, you don't know. It just don't have any taste. It doesn't have any taste, you know? So in its benefit, it have 10 specific benefits to moringa. More than 10, it have more than 10, but 10 is been classified. And before I really go along, at some times ago I was at a institution doing a course, and the instructor, though that day we were on the topic of bush medicine, from the bush, what you get from the bush and things like that. And one of the instructors said, if we know the benefit of noni, this was a university lecturer saying this to us. If we, the people of the land, know the benefit of noni, he said, we, the doctors, would have to find a different work to do. 04, that was told to us. 04, I was at that institution. Okay? He said, he said, if I saw a small bottle of noni selling for $10,000, I buy it. He said, I rush it and I buy it. Because you people don't know the benefits. This is what he was saying to me. Sat and listened to me. And honestly, people is turned off with noni, because I'm doing actually 2-in-1. Because they say the smell. But sometimes the doctor medicine will get ooh, ooh, ooh. Taste and smell, they still have to use sugar to camouflage the smell on the taste, right? And he told us all about this noni. If you have a, call it a 3rd degree or even a 2nd degree burn, and you get the noni and use it on there, your burnt heel without a scar, equal to aloe vera, because the serum that is in the body that forms the water in the burn, you get a burn to cool that burn. It is similar to the aloe vera. And you get that type of a burn and you split your aloe vera and slap it over it. In no time, every juice from that aloe vera is been dried out. The body licks it up. Yeah, many people don't know that. So if you go on to marijuana, Our hometown name is ganja, and everybody know it. It is being legalized now, so I guess I can speak about it or call the name by the name. And another lecturer who did that area was a she, and she said it have 43 different components, but we are told of 40, and they have never discussed the three. No, the three is a secret. And they took us to the lab to see when they extract the juice from it. Yeah. So we scoff at these things most of the time, and somebody should said, you know that so and so. I say, I don't want to hear about it. It is a herb that grow on the earth. Just like where you have the mint, you have the source of leaf, so you eat the fruit, you use the leaf. You have guava, you eat the fruit, you use the leaf. Ganja is no different. But people treat ganja as if it was something not made by God. And there are bush out there. If you said ganja is dangerous, you have bush. And it's not the danger, it's the way you use it. So I just want to cover a good amount. So I'm skipping right back to moringa. We call it merenga. It's not merenga. The word is moranga. That's the word. Merenga is like a dance or a music, something about that. Moranga. That's the name of it. The benefits of it, you have you have 27. Okay, let me take it from the top. Let me take it from the top here. Moringa organic. Every part is edible. Every part. From the leaf to the bark to the flower to the bearing that it bear that it push out. It is edible. And all of it carries its nutrients. Its nutrients is dense as a superfood. 10 benefits in moringa. It have protein. It's essential amino acid, 27 vitamins, and 46 antioxidants. It carries calcium, iron, B, vitamin B, potassium, magnesium, um, and it is rich in the nutrient. It is a bioactive component, normal in functioning of the body. So it's a normal, have the body function normal. Since nobody's on the live. I'm still asking for people to join me on the live. Thank you, please. Okay, so it has 27 vitamins and 47 antioxidants in it. And this is the moringa. And these are, I was working at a place sometimes ago, and the doctor said to, we were having a chat, we were in a meeting, so to say, and the doctor said, at the place they have some of the neem tree plant there, and the persons that brought the neem trees to plant on that property, they were from Africa. And so it was the African doctors who came there, and they said, it is so sad that your country do not make use of these things. And they brought it there. Let me, as I go on with this one, let me say something here. Most of the time people using these things and they mix them. Now, every plant have its different percentage of alcohol in it. Yeah. I don't say it's not to be mixed, but I don't believe in it. Because you will never know which of them you get the medicine from, or what medicine you get from it, or what healing you get from it. So I don't believe in mixing bush. Some persons, they will tell you they boil 7 bush together. Why would you do that? Why would you sit and pick 7 bush? Because 7 is a perfect number? No, you're looking and what you're getting from the bush. Sometimes these 2 things or 3 things do not agree with each other. There is a fight with the bush. So I don't believe it should mix. I think if you're going to do moringa, you do moringa. Watch your benefit. Because so it is going to be working and you don't even know. I use moringa since as I said, I brought some here with me. I try to have them. At home, I get the green ones and I blend it. I use my bullet and I smooth it out, and you will get that as a water. Put it in the fridge and I have it like every morning. When you go back to that moringa, it is as thick, green, thick, and carries this like it is slippery. Got a name for that. So you have to thin it out to have it. It is an energizer. And let me tell you something. You have that in the morning, you feel like you would move an entire house. You're not hungry because it's a food within itself. It is a food within itself. I just repeat myself, and I don't know why sometimes I love doing it, but I do it, I repeat just in case somebody might just miss what I said. So I repeat. It prevents many diseases. It's a prevention for many diseases. So at times things we may say, well then, but I would have advised, if you're going to use it, look at what your doctor said that you have, because if you have too much potassium already in your body, it gives potassium. So what you will be doing, you are going to be overloading yourself. And this is going to spill over and cause a different action. Right? So you try to find out maybe what your body is short of. And if you're going to be using it, not knowing, you do not go ahead and use a whole lot. Because you have some persons, or if you say a wine glass, or you make some tea with it, I see you coming on and coming off. Will you please stay with me? Right? So you can say, well then, okay, you have this. It prevents disease. And as I go along, I'll be sharing some personal things that I know that happen. And I'm going to go back to marijuana. While I am on Moranga, I will be dropping in these. My daughter, when she was apparently 1 year, about a year or a little, but in the 1 year bracket, I don't know where she get this cold from. Almost every other week, I'm at the hospital with her. When she cough, it sounds like a banjo drum. If you know what I'm talking about. It sounds like like you beat a hollow drum. That's how our chest sounds. And all the medicine they are giving me for her, each time you go, you get the same thing all over again. Not working. And one morning, this young man was passing where I live, and he heard her coughing. And he stopped and he said to me, say, you have to look about the cough that she have, man. You afraid of ganja? I say, no. I say, all right, we're not come from bush because he's a ganja farmer. I say, all right, we're not come from bush, we're going to bring some ganja, come give you. I say, all right. And he did. He said, first he said, I'm going to bring some mad ganja, come give you. Some mad herbs I have. And he did. And then came, he said to me, do not boil one whole leaf, give her. Tear the leaf in two and boil it. And I gave it to her the night. That was the last thing I gave to her before she went to sleep. I just put the one leaf, one of the leaf, one single of the leaf, because who know the ganja plant, it carries like a 5-leaf thing on there. So one of that, I split it down and boil it and give it to her. The morning when the child woke up and when she coughed, one thick, they say it looked like salt, one thick piece of thing leave her lungs. They call cold. When she coughed, that just whooshed out of her mouth. It was so thick and white. And believe you me, that child has never contracted a cold ever until she turned big woman. And never have that problem. She could, don't matter what, she never sneeze, you never see her have cold. You don't hear she coughing. From that morning, and that was the only one cup I gave to her the night. So as I said before, I will be sharing my own experience, although I know that these things work. So I'm sharing my knowledge about. So I'm not getting into what the school said. Right? So there are things out there that works. Lack of knowledge, our people perished. Who could have lived a little longer? They died. And where you think the extraction came from to make the medicine to give you? From the same bush. From the same bush. Off of Miss Ganja and Mr. Ganja. So I know that this bush is good, is in the amount that you use. The most people that fight against ganja is the persons that are church affiliated. And let me not lest I forget. Ganja is better drinking than smoking. You do not get the benefit of it that it have in smoking it. It is better to drink it than to smoke it. Yeah. And another thing with ganja, there is no soot leave in your body as when you smoke cigarette. The person that smokes cigarette, and if they should pass and they do an autopsy on them, you would see the chimney effect on the inside. With a ganja smoker, you will never see that. Yeah. As much as you see it carries the not nicotine, the gummy thing on it, other name, and it is used for something else too. Eh? As much as you see that, the inside, their lungs is clean. If you have such effect, it's because they use cigarette with it. But a straight, clean person that use ganja, but it is better having it in liquid than having it smoking. Not eating the people who smoke, but I'm just saying, so if anybody hear it, I'm not eating you up doing smoking, but I am saying it is better to drink than to smoke. Back to moringa. It fights against inflammation. And inflammation is a psychological response that happen in the body to protect organs, infection, and the testy body tissue. So it protects your body tissue. It fights infection. It is responsible for that. And one of the things that people fears most, especially the gent, is their sex drive. It might enhance your sex drive. Did you know that stress can negatively impact sexual function? It can throw your libido out of whack. For those who understand and know what is the libido, it can throw that out of whack, right? And it increased the cholesterol and decreased the good hormone. It is an energizer. As I say before, it's an energy booster. It boosts your energy. And this is no two-way about this. Okay? It have no caffeine in it. So it's caffeine free. You don't have to worry about caffeine. Now there's a next little bush they call Medina. And for those that worry about their manhood, would like to contact this one. You would stop using some of the enhancement that you use. Yeah. So, your stress, you can stress and your libido been thrown out. Because when persons are under stress, they cannot function in many ways, not only in your sexual activity, in your sexual function, but in many other functions. That is what it is. So, Moringa is one that will enhance that for you, for those that are interested in all of that. It also supports and balances your blood sugar. It works for blood pressure as well. Okay? It have the anti-aging properties. It reduces blood pressure. It helps digestion, and it may improve your cholesterol. So it helps to get rid of the bad cholesterol and improve your good cholesterol. For the person who try moringa, I mean maybe in whatever ways you do it, can apparently test many of these things. I'll skip back over on noni a little bit. I might have to do this again because there's so much of it that I would like to share for persons that didn't have the knowledge or the understanding of these things. In 29, between 29 and 2010, somebody arrived out. I met in an accident. The car flipped 4 times before it stopped. And when it does stop, the 4 wheel was in the air. And I came out of the car with no broken bones, none whatsoever. No broken bones. They sent me to do all kind of x-ray, this, everything to see. Mostly they were looking to see if any of my vertebrae has been shift or cracked or whatever. Nothing. When I said none of my bones, not even a nail, not even a fingernail was broken. But let me step back a little bit. I was running a farm. I had a farm. And I have some workers there. And one particular worker were coming that Saturday morning. Sorry was in its swing. So I was reaping sorry left, right, and center. So I have to have people working. And the gentleman, he was sort of one of the main one on there because he wasn't living far. And I said to him, we work Friday evening until late. And I said to him, I'm not coming tomorrow. And he said, yes, ma'am, we could report some more, sir, because there was a company that reached out to me for a couple £100 of sorrel. Well, they run a juice factory, a juice company. So they wanted the sorrel. But we worked all day Friday. And there was a considerable amount of sorrel was done. So I said, actually, I don't actually work on a Saturday. Or say out. If I'm employed out, fine. I said, the Friday was one of those pushing day to get the sorrels out. And him say, yeah man, come we do some and we'll wait until Monday morning when we still have a backup because we have to cut sorrel fast. And he said, come on. I said, I don't feel like coming. And he said, come and carry some breakfast. And believe you me, the Friday night I never slept. For what reason? I don't know. But there was no sleep to my eyes. None all night. I was just, I watch TV, I turn off TV, I pick up something, I read, and I got up 4 o'clock in the morning because I wasn't sleeping. And I prepared boiled banana, ackee and salt fish, and a thermos of cocoa, chocolate. And I packed my bag. I am a trained thing there. So I took up I am a trained first aider. I was trained at St. John's and Milans. So I pick up my for some reason I pick up my first aid kit. I part it and say, let me take some of these things with me. Because you handling cutting tool, anything can happen. So I need to have my things with me. So I took my things with me. And as soon as I went out on the road, a car come and stop at my foot. And the car drove off. And the next one come and stop. And I step in the car. And on my way, like something said to me, you didn't fasten your seatbelt. So I pulled the seatbelt over. And like another voice just said to me, say, leave the seatbelt. And as soon as I let go of the seatbelt, there goes the accident. When the car stopped, the 4 wheels were in the air. And the people, everybody come and said, nobody not alive in this car. Nobody could in this car and be alive. And I was there listening. And like something said to me, suppose the car broke out in flames. When I went in the car, that was one of the first things I did was to roll the window down. And I just crawled out of the window and sit down on the banking. And watching everybody going around the car and everybody said nobody and everybody want to see who I passed away and all the rest of it and all the excitement, and I sat there looking. I never say a word to anybody. One person came and said to me, say, wait, my friend, are you in the car? And I said, yes. And she said, come rush you to the hospital, man. And she going for her car. And her next friend came on, and she said to the friend, took her to the hospital, and I went out there. And all along I was looking at it, and I said, if I had fastened that seat belt, the situation would be different. And this is what, if it wasn't the man say, bring the breakfast, man, and make me go work, I wouldn't leave my yard. I would be alone. Understand? Well, I say all of that to say this. I did all the numerous MRI, you name it. They did everything for me, and I couldn't ask for more because I work with the government too. And they all know that I work with the government. So they do everything. Nothing. And all of the tablets that the doctor gave to me is still at my house. I've never taken it. You know what I took? The same noni juice. Yeah. I never took one of the tablets. Until this day, till he got sick and he actually out of out of um out of functioning. I never took the tablets. And every time they repeat and they repeat, because oh yes, I felt pain. My whiplash was like something else because I have to be wearing the collar, and there was a pain in my head on one side, and they say because of that, but there were no cracks, called no abrasion, nothing. And it was the noni. And each time when I go back to visit and he look at me, he said, I can't understand how you get out of that accident. Because those type of accident, it's either sleep away or broke up. And you walk out of that accident. And he thought, oh, tablets working. I never took one. Not one of those tablets so past my mouth. And the only reason why I fill my prescriptions is because the insurance, because of the insurance purpose, while I fill the prescriptions, I just fill them and I put them down. The very noni juice, that is what I use. And in no time, I was back and put kicking like hell. Yeah. So I just say the things that I know. Nobody is actually on the live, although I gave out my number, but whoever have it can, at sometimes we can go back on these discussions because there's so much in these things to discuss. So much to enlighten others about. And this is what I am here for. Okay? So nobody is saying do not go to the doctor. You need to know what is your diagnosis. You need to know. So you need to visit. You need to have your yearly checkup. There was a thing named chikungunya, and all these things were going around once. And I'm working into an institution, and almost every worker come down with this variant, and I was standing. And one day the doctor said to me, how you don't get it? I said, I don't know. And I'm working with patients that have it. I have to be taking them to doctor and all the rest of these things. I said, I don't know. And he looked at me and he said to me, you drink noni? And I said, yes. And he said, oh, okay. I said to him, why? He said, say no more. From you drink noni, you wouldn't get it. And everybody around me. But to know is to know. And knowledge is power. Knowledge is important. We should have knowledge about our body. We should know what works for us and what will not work for us. There are simple things in your own kitchen that is medicine. Simple thing, the very things that you use in your kitchen on a daily basis. It is a cure for something there. But what? You don't know. You don't know. And because you don't know, you can't deal with the thing you don't know. You understand? First time persons used to go. What are you doing in your man? What are you doing in here? Why you are not at your bed? Okay, take your book and go and get it and go read. I'll soon be out of here.
But it's a
Yeah.
British Christmas.
Yes, so give me a kiss and little bit more. Mwah. Okay, take your book. I'll soon be with you.
No,
Go read your bedtime story.
I don't wanna.
Yeah, what are you gonna read for me?
Meow.
No, don't trouble listening. Take up your book. You don't treat your books like that. You don't treat your books. Go and put your book down. Close the door behind you, thank you. I am always interrupted by my young lady. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. You don't know, and if you don't know, and most of the time we just cough at the things and we say many things, but you don't know, you don't know, and from you don't know, there is no way you can operate as if you know. You honestly don't know. But I am exposed to quite some things, and sometimes it really, why me? Why I know these things? You see the things, you work with it, and things like that. You understand? So, I am over 1 hour. I don't know if I can do an hour and a half. Even to the point I haven't seen anybody, nobody calling. My moderator have not called in to even have a discussion with me. Maybe she is preoccupied, but that's how it goes. And I'm shouting out to her, she have an accident, so I said again, there are so many things, but sometimes persons are ignorant to the things, and even if you should say something to them, they sometimes cover it. I have a an experience. I was working at a doctor's office some times ago, and this lady came in, and when I did her vitals, her pressure was really low. And I looked at the lady and said, this don't look like it's a why human being stand up before me here. Not with this. I did it again and I got the same reading. And I said to her, right away go down to the market. Get a I told her what to go and get. I said, peel it and eat it and stay half an hour and get back to me. She did it. When she came up back, the pressure moved up a little. So I sent her in to the doctor. She was with the doctor for a good time because she was the last person who went in. And I said, she was in there just chatting away. When she came out, and the doctor bring me the cards, and he saw me at the filing machine, at the filing cabinet, and he said to me, don't you think I know that that work and bring up your pressure? But if I am to say to the people, use it, I wouldn't get any money. I couldn't pay my rent for where I am. And I'm like, oh my God. Why this woman had was to say anything at all? Couldn't she just keep her mouth shut? She didn't say the danger that I saw. And she did not realize what I took her from by sending her to go and get that part of, yeah. And you know the next day what I get? A termination letter. Yes, the doctor terminate my service immediately because he said, if I am going to tell patient that, then he won't get any money. So there are some things you know, and here you are. So I was terminated for that. I get my walking papers for that. But I didn't feel bad after all. I felt bad that I had lost the job, but that's not the only job I did have. I was working somewhere else. I was doing that on a part-time. But I feel good that she have a knowledge that that works for her. And she did not pass out with me, on me in the surgery. Yeah, I feel good about that. Okay? So there are things that no, and sometimes you just can't say anything because one way you can say, sometimes some persons, oh, you know that, and they behave. But knowledge and wisdom walk hand in hand. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding walking hand in hand. And as I said before, lack of knowledge or people perish. Even the very food we eat on a daily basis, if we do not know what we are doing, that same food can hurt us, it can cure us. So, it is for the good of people and the good of many. I will have to do a part 2 on this in order, because I actually just jump and skip over many of the things here. Okay? And I knowing about Noni, my first time knowing about it, it is actually from the motherland Africa. And I got the things, the pamphlets and all the rest of it. And I went really studying about Noni. And so it wasn't just somebody who came up and said something. I got it actually straight from the Africa, from those doctors there. And that's the reason I kept those information so safely. Not here with me, but I have them. Okay? So I am thanking you for those that on the sideline that have heard my voice. You can go and look or listen to this live again. But I would appreciate if you join the live and you can call in and have suggestion, have your input, because these are things that you should know and will be benefited to you in one way or another. You have a knowledge about it. Okay? So I thank you for those that stay on the sideline and listen. Thank you very much. And I hope something was said that you can take something from it and say, well, I did not know that this was so. But yes. And if you don't take my words for it, you can go and do your deep studies and you will see what I am talking about. Thank you, and I wish for you to come again. I wish for you to join my live. I wish for you to join my live. And I am saying, these are the mix-up I do. I don't do other mix-up. Please, I don't. I can't manage that. My channel is not about that. As you see the name says positivity, positive. So the positive things. Energy, it runs negative and positive. But I am more for the positive than the negative. Right? So these are things I will share from time to time, and with whatever go up in my channel, I will be sharing from time to time. I know one of the day I won't be sitting here alone speaking. It's only faith. The first step of 1,000 miles. 1,000 miles begins with the first step. Yes. And you only have to listen to the life before you can appreciate the life. So if you listen to my life, you will learn to appreciate it at the end of the day. Okay? So I thank you for being here. I thank you for listening, and I am open for you to have my of, um, of your input, because I am doing lives that I want people to have their input. I wanted to share your part of your experience, your part of knowledge, and each one teach one, and each one grow with each one in a positive way, in a positive and a direct way. Right? So you have to grow in a positive way. So I have quite an amount of person on TikTok on my page, and I hope most of them can join my live over here, which I'm going to be urging to do that. Okay, thank you for being here. It was a pleasure to share what I have, what I put down on paper to keep my brains there. Thank you very much. And on another live, I hope tomorrow evening I can come with the next live. You will be here and you will listen. For those that subscribe to this channel, please, you have subscribed. Join the channel. Be of your input. Be a part of the channel. Be a part of the channel. Turn on your notification bell, and when I am going live, you will be notified. So those that have it turned off, turn it on, that we can be here to discuss together. Because I am telling you about one thing, you can have an experience about, and you can share your experience as well. Each one, we grow together. Teach one. Thank you. Be careful. If you cannot be, if you can't be good, be careful. Be cognizant of your surrounding. You're going out and you're coming in. Your company that you are a part of. Be cognizant about everything around you. There are so many unexpected things are happening. So be cognizant of it, that you have to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Persons, take, if you do something, take responsibility for your action. So be good. Be good, be good, be careful as you go along. Be careful as you go from place to place, as you go in and out. Be careful of your surrounding. If you don't have to be at some place, please do not be there. If something said to you don't go, please don't go. If you don't have to drive, don't drive. If you don't have to walk, please don't walk. Too much things are happening. And persons that have their persons that are having dialogue with them to go places, tape your conversation. Tape your conversation and share it with your relative, with your friends. Don't share it with one person. Share your conversation. Tape the conversation. I mean, record the conversation. That if something went wrong, somebody can say, this was this and this was what the person said. Record their conversation. If when you reach at the spot And you say, what's the name of this place? Record your conversation and forward it to somebody. So we will know, the government will know, the government workers will know who you spoke to last and where you were. Somebody will have your conversation. There's too many things are happening. So we have to try a strategy to see if it will work. Be good. Thank you for being with me. And we will meet another day. Same place, same time. Thank you.